morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure and also my honor to share with you the view from Accenture, what we think of how to get smart or be prepared for the sustainable manufacturing. And also thank you very much, Mr. Benju. You talk about sustainable manufacturing, what is the definition for that? And I think there could be like different interpretation for this sustainable manufacturing. So firstly, we'd like to share with you what is our view for the sustainable manufacturing. On the one hand, of course, we are talking about like climate change. We are talking about environment-friendly actions, what we need to take. In addition, also, we would like to see it from two aspects. One is from the manufacturer itself, and also from the government. So our understanding of this sustainable manufacturing from the government point of view, we would like to have a bit more climate change, more environment-friendly activities, and on the other hand, also to have this positive impact to the social. And if we take a look at the manufacturers themselves, I think on the one hand also we will follow this green manufacturing, this policy. This is also this responsibility from the manufacturer. On the other hand, we are also talking about the efficiency. This is also another way how we're going to protect the environment. In addition, we think the sustainable manufacturing can also help to create or build a new business model or to support the new business model. We will also give you one example later. And for manufacturer, the sustainable manufacturing meaning also to build a trust from the shareholders and to have a long-term success. So this is our definition for the sustainable manufacturing. And also we see there's a journey for the manufacturer, starting from early stage. We are talking about like industry 1.0. We start with this gas, with this electricity, and then talking about this mass production, talking about this IT systems, and then currently we are more focusing on this industry 4.0. But I think today we are still on this stage number 3 or number 4, talking about IT systems, talking about this industry 4.0. Looking also forward into the future, we're also talking about industry X.0. I think that's what we call it, industry renaissance. So this is also, I think in the future we are talking about a bit more autonomous manufacturing, and this is, we see the journey. And this is a journey, actually we see quite a lot manufacturers are already entering or already starting to move from the stage number 3, number 2, to stage number 4, or even number 5. We have a survey actually within last year and also this year. The question is, how is your willingness to do this digital transformation for the sustainable manufacturing? So here is the result for this willingness. We see very high portion of companies or of manufacturers, they are willing to change, 73%. And also this year we have the latest number, which is also around about 70%. So the majority are willing to change. On the other hand, also we see the reality. We see last year it's like 7%, and this year 9%. We call it like rotation champions. They really have the successful story. They have do very successfully. It means also this is still the minority of these companies who are willing or even entered this digital transformation. So I think, but on the other hand, if you are successful, you are the rotation champions, we see a great opportunity for the corporates, both from the revenue point of view and also from the profit point of view. Taking a look at these key figures, what we get from these surveys, you will see the rotation champions, they have a growth of the revenue for around about 14% in comparison to the average. This was around about 2.5, 3%. This is from the revenue point of view. And then also from the from a profit, from a gross margin point of view, they also have an increase of around about 13%, and also in comparison to the average, it's around about 5%. So I think for the rotation champions, this benefit is very attractive. If we go into a bit details for this operational improvements, we will see, for example, energy. For the energy utilization, we see a very, very good numbers, around about 70% increase of this productivity for this energy, and also for this production efficiency. But on the other hand, also we're talking about eliminate this waste. We see very significant numbers to decrease these errors, production errors, and also to reduce this operation cost. And hereby also some examples we'd like to share with you from different industry actually. So one example in the automotive industry, we supported this, our client to set up this entire systems from this MES systems, and to have a better integration to the ERP, to the corporate level systems, but also to vertically down to this to this PLC, and also to the OT systems. So this is like the entire IT OT systems to enable this integrated data. And also, this can be also reused for different plans. We call it a scalable model. And also for one global lithography suppliers, we support it also with this AI technologies for this preventive maintenance to increase their efficiency and to reduce the downtime of their machine for around about 30 to 50%. And also this, we support this company to find out the new business model, to not only to sell the machine, but also to sell the machine as a services. They also have this maintenance services in addition. Another example is for this construction machine companies. We are also talking about not only the smart manufacturing, but also smart manufacturing to support the connected product is also the new business model to enable them from selling product to selling services. And also there are some other examples. For example, we have supported these sportwear companies to integrate their entire systems, and also to support, for example, one luxury brand, hotels, to reduce their energy cost. So we are talking about not to sacrifice your comfort, like you, not for like 24 degrees, but you have 26 degrees. We're talking about not sacrifice your comfort, but meanwhile also to optimize your utilization ratio. So the method is that we have different chillers, and through this AI, we will real-time monitoring this output of these different chillers, and to let them work on the optimized mode, and to still have this 24 degrees, for example. So hereby, we successfully also support our clients to decrease the 12% of this energy cost for the chillers. And this chillers and this energy cost is around about 25% of this entire electric cost of this hotel. The last but not least, we also support one food beverage company. They have quite a lot merge and acquisition. They have the pain points, so they have different merge and acquisition, but how are we going to have this transparency from different companies? So we supported them to choose the cloud options, and to implement also the cloud systems for this client. So hereby, we see different success stories, especially for our clients in different industries. And there are winnings, there are success stories, and also we'd like to share our view how we really managed to go there. Hereby, we would like to show one, we call it methodology or approach, how we see this digital transformation journey should look like. So this is a framework. We're starting from the strategy. We think we can have different use cases, but at the end, all these use cases, all these journeys will support your entire strategy. So it is very important for us to get aligned with this manufacturing strategy and also with the digital strategy before you starting with your digital journey. And then we need very clear objectives for your smart manufacturing or for your sustainable manufacturing plant. What is your objectives? This could be different for different plants, but we need to have a clear definition for that. And then we see also the digital transformation needs to be business-oriented. This is the digital transformation is to resolve these issues for the business needs as a support from the digital point of view. So business needs is the driver. Actually, this is the reason why we do this digital transformation. And then, of course, we were also talking about this digital foundations and to see how we're going to build up this foundation for this like data lakes, how we're going to enable this automation, how we're going to enable this connectivity for the business needs. So this is an overall framework what we would like to share with you, also in a bit details. For example, we're talking about this strategy, and there are different options. There are different aspects. One is we will build up different use case scenarios, right? We will say, I will have this use case scenario in this in this quality improvement. I will have this one in preventive maintenance, or I have it in the dynamic scheduling. But before starting with journey, we'd like to think through what will be your overall strategy. So we are talking about like one plant, or we are talking about on the group level. So selecting this use case is the best for your plant or best for your group for the scaling. So this is one from the use case point of view, the strategy we need to think through. And also, we are talking about applications. So whether you only focus on one, or on the group level, or even on the headquarters, the global group levels. So then we can choose whether we have a more customized systems, or we have a more generic, standardized systems. And also, this applies for your data, whether we have a more closed, independent data, or we have a more open data. For example, you have different plans. If you have the production capacity, dynamic scheduling among your different plans, you will need to have open data for your entire plans. And last but not least, also, you would like to think about your technical solutions, whether it is more local or more cloud for group level or for headquarter level. And after that, we are talking about these objectives. So hereby will be some examples of this objective, because I think each company, each corporate manufacturer will have different objectives. So here is some examples. We would like to increase the transparency, for example. We would like to increase the agility, to have this flexible production, to meet the individual needs of the client with more individuality. And also we are talking about more smart manufacturing to have it also to support this continuous improvement. So talking about this objective, then we would like to have the different use cases. This is some examples, like we would like to have the control tower to increase this transparency, or we would like to have the people-to-people connectivity to enable this agile work during within this plant. Or we're talking about AI-powered solutions, for example, for this preventive maintenance. And talking about this use case, we would like to emphasize there are different views, how you're going to really to select this use case. We also quite often get these questions from our clients. Yes, we see quite a lot of opportunities for these different use cases. Each plant have also has their own views. But what is the right path, right journey, right roadmap for that. We would like to we would like to elaborate in two ways. One is value. Value coming from the business needs. Could be from the operational level, could be from the management level. So for the level, for the level of value, we are talking about the 5 dimensions. We call it shave. Like every morning for gentlemen, you have the shaves. For the S, we are talking about security and reliability. So this is also the core for the values. You need to have the very secure plant because you are digitized. And also you have to have a very reliable plant. And for H, we are talking about the human-centric. Because we're also talking about how we're going to optimize the workforce. And the human-centric we see is also very, could be a very crucial factor. And then we're talking about agility for the A. Agility for enable this flexible manufacturing. And also we are talking about this V for visibility. We have a transparency. You got a transparency as the foundation. And then we are talking about efficiency. And the E. So the shave, this is the value what we are summarize what you can check for your business needs. On the other hand, also we cannot forget is the feasibility. The feasibility, we are also talking about different aspects. One is, what is the maturity of this technology? Probably this is a very mature technology, or it is still increasing of the maturity. So this could be like one aspect. And then, what is your current status? Are you have very high jump, or it's like a leap for your technology? So we are talking about the implementation timing, and also your current status of this technology maturity. We're talking about also this cost, how much it will cost, and also in comparison to your value. And also at the end, we're talking about this independence, or the dependencies from different use cases, because there could be different technologies. You will need to build on the other technologies to enable the different use cases. So in total, we see like 2 dimensions. One is the value from value point of view. The other one is from the feasibility point of view. And then for this implementation, we see we don't very clear differentiate what is like IT system, what is need for the digital systems. We don't really have a very clear separation for that. Our idea is, this is how we're going to implement. We will take a look at firstly also the IT systems. MES will be the backbone, but also we are talking about the PLC, the OT, and also how we're going to have the horizontal integration to this corporate level systems. This is on the one hand, the horizontal integration, and also on the other hand, the vertical integration. But after that, one of the most important things is we would like to have the integrate kind of data. Here you will see this is within our data lake. All kind of data needs to be integrated or consolidated together. And they should be prepared for the business needs. So here you will see they're prepared for different applications. This applications is exactly from the business. And the fourth one is, to enable these business needs, we can further add on these AI solutions. So we can make more AI-powered solutions to enable different use cases. And here we'd also like to show, this is one example how we're going to have our roadmap. So here we have different phases. You will see we're starting from the lean automation, this like foundation, and then we're talking about IT systems. Furthermore, we're talking about this digital possibility to combine all these data, to have the integration of all these kind of data. And then we are talking about AIs. We are talking about this probably in the a bit future, we are talking about autonomous. We are talking about autonomous production, autonomous logistics, autonomous supply chain, and also autonomous maintenance. So you're going to repair your machine not by people, but autonomous. But this is future. If we coming from the lean or from the automation, even from the IT systems, hereby we would like to have different waves. I think the wave, we need to be more like business needs specific. So here you will see, for example, the wave 1. Not every use cases is regarding this within is the same stage. For example, IT system or digital systems. This is exactly according to your business needs. It could be like quality. I can even go into the AI, into this AI stage. But for the logistics, we can still keep into this IT system. So this is, we say, well, digitization, digital journey is not the journey itself, but the target is to meet the needs of this from the business. Yeah. So I think the time is up. So thank you very much for your attention and also for your patience. And yeah, see if you have any questions. It's my pleasure to answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was really good to hear that it seems that sustainable manufacturing is indeed in the agenda of a lot of the company you see. So
sure.
Obviously, we feel relief, and we do share actually that view, talking to our own clients. Yes. The other thing that you said that was really interesting is that you link sustainable manufacturing to smart manufacturing. And it seems that you make digital transformation a prerequisite to sustainable manufacturing. So that's a very interesting takeaway, and obviously one that we do share as well.
Thank you very much.
We have tried to be as interactive as possible. So I'd like to ask whether there are some questions coming from the audience. Okay, so I see one. Thank you, Eric. I see one. What are the difference between the countries and economic sectors in their journey towards sustainable manufacturing? Do you see any difficulty in some geographic area or?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I think it's very interesting questions. Thank you. And I think if we're talking about the digitization or digital journey, we're always talking about what is a business needs, what is a business process, and this could be very different from different countries. On the one hand, we have some examples like from different countries. You may have the like scrap. So in some countries, scrap can be decided by by the operators. And for some countries, probably not. So you will have like different digitization solutions for this different business process, for example. And also on the other hand, we have different value proposition, not value proposition, but focus of these values from different countries. And I think even for different industries. Because like for example, in Europe, there will be very high rate for this labor cost, and there could be different in the other countries. So there will be different focus values, and this will lead to different use cases, and also this will impact the different roadmaps for the digital transformation.
All right. Well, thank you very much again for this very enlightening speech. And we'll continue with the next speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.